Okay. Just want to congratulate Amazement 724 for last night's win. Came down to me and him with the tiebreaker. I took 36, he took 54. If the score had been 44 or lower, I would have won. 46 or higher, he won. Obviously, being that the score was 73 total, he won. I knew it was over when it was 35-10, because that right there would have been a tie, and that was about 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. By that point, I knew that neither team was going to remain scoreless. There would have been another score, so congratulations, Amazement. Beat me fair and square. Thursday I talked turkey. Today I talk football. Green Bay, Detroit. This was an epic game. Kitty was so fucking pissed because she thought for sure that her Detroit Lions would win. Ndamukong Suh has been suspended 2 games without pay. Frankly, I don't think they went far enough. 3 would have been good, but I was looking for the remainder of the season. I'm not saying this just because I'm a Packer fan. I'm saying this because I'm an NFL fan first. And there is no place in football for that little man-child. And I hope he learns from this, because if it happens again, I think he's done. Dallas barely beat Miami. Dallas is so overrated right now. It's unreal. I watched Romo throw 2 interceptions that game, and then I took off to go somewhere. I had some shit to do. Baltimore kicked the shit out of San Francisco. I had a feeling that was going to come. Baltimore's a very overrated team as well. Very mediocre. They can kick the shit out of a 9-2 team this week, and next week they play Cleveland, who isn't doing so hot. They could lose to Cleveland. Houston beat Jacksonville. I think Houston's done for this season, the rest of the season. I think they're going to lose all their games, or most of their games, I think. They might win one more. Houston had a good thing going, but with TJ Yates in as a third-string quarterback, how many third-string quarterbacks do you know that win the Super Bowl? Exactly. Jets beat Buffalo. Barely. Again, another overrated team. Mark Sanchez sucks as a quarterback. Buffalo, Steve Johnson, the little airplane move and shooting the leg. I don't know why these fuckers have to have a little dance every time they do their jobs. It doesn't really necessarily piss me off, but you know, I think back to Vince Lombardi. You know, play like you've been there before. It's a fucking touchdown. You know, that's your job. Cincinnati barely beat Cleveland. That was another game that most of these games could have gone either way. I think looking at week 12, just about every game could have gone either way. That was a classic interstate rivalry game, and Cincinnati came out on top. Atlanta took over or beat out Minnesota. That wasn't really a game that could have gone either way. That was one of the few, I think, or a couple. Minnesota just sucks. And again, I don't say this just because I'm a Packer fan. I say this because I'm a fan of the league. Minnesota's horrible. Horrible. Arizona barely knocked off St. Louis. That was not an upset. That's another game that could have gone either way. Carolina beat Indianapolis by 8 points. I don't know what's going on with that. Both teams suck. Whatever. Tennessee beat Tampa Bay. That was a loss for me. I took Tampa Bay, and again, that was a game that could have gone either way. How I escaped 14-2 this week with so many games that could have gone either way, I'm still scratching my head on that one. I'm not the best picker, as my record has shown. Let's see. Oakland beat Chicago. Barely, it looks like 5 points. That was a big field goal shootout. I couldn't believe it. But that's Chicago defense. You know, being born and raised in Chicago, I know all about Chicago defense. Chicago has one hell of a defense. Always has. I mean, they are the monsters of the Midway, and I have to give respect where respect is due. I think if Cutler had been in there, it would have been a different story, and I might have taken Chicago to win. But, you know, Cutler hurt his pussy again, and it is what it is. Washington beat Seattle. That was my other game that I lost. Again, that was a game that could have gone either way. Washington sucks. Seattle sucks. Seattle 7-9 last season, made it to the playoffs. 7-9. You know, that's the NFC worst though. Denver and San Diego. Speaking of the worst, the AFC worst. Again, Kitty was so pissed because she's a San Diego fan first and foremost. She has a lot of teams that she likes, like the Lions. Anything with kitty cats, the Jaguars, the Lions, the Panthers. Fucking, that was an ugly, brutal game, and I'm glad San Diego lost because they need to get rid of North Turner and AJ Smith. They really do. New England pounced on Philly. Philly just sucks. And I just looked at the rankings not too long ago, and they're saying New England has a cream puff schedule for the rest of the season, so I'll probably be taking New England for the rest of the season. It all depends on who they're playing. Pittsburgh barely beat Kansas City. Ouch, 4 points. That was an ugly Sunday night game. Come on, Pittsburgh. You're better than that. There's a lot of talk that it could be another Packers-Pittsburgh Super Bowl. I hope so. I think we could take Pittsburgh looking at that score. New Orleans and New York Giants last night. Wow. Fucking Breeze put on a clinic last night. Showed Eli how it's done. You may have a Super Bowl. I may have a Super Bowl. But I'm still better than you. And he is. He is much better than Eli. I give Eli a lot of credit, though. Maybe I overrate him myself because of that Super Bowl. I couldn't believe that, though. 73 total points. That was just an ass whooping of epic proportions. Okay, I'm putting this to a vote. Stagger Lee brought up a really good point about the extra point after, or getting an extra point because you're the winner. He's never seen that before, and when he brought it up, I thought it was a good idea. Kind of an extra incentive to do well. Certain people are not going to be able to participate in this. I gave Lilly Johnson the option because she joined week 1, but she skipped a couple weeks. She doesn't think it's fair, so she's opting out. I myself am going to opt out of this. Ryan Pankotai cannot join because I think he joined week 5. Brian Walters cannot vote. UrRuSSiAnBaDBoy cannot vote. Basically, it's anybody that joined from week 1 and has stuck with us. Tim Harper, Zakk Kush, Wm Starr, Kitty. There's a bunch of them. I don't have the names in front of me right now. There's 14 players. Amazement can vote. I think Jake317 can vote. When I get done shaving and I get back on here to finish this video, I will give a name of who can and cannot vote. So, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, yesterday I had to go to the emergency room in a doctor's office from our Kitty's mother. That's why I didn't get a chance to get my video up last night or yesterday. But real quickly, Brian Walters wanted me to go through the Week 13 picks to try and help him out. I myself have no problem because he started so late, so he really isn't competing with us, so it's no big deal. Thursday, by the way, there's a game tomorrow night, so I'm going to need everybody's picks tonight or tomorrow. Philly at Seattle. This is a tough one because both teams suck. Excuse me. I don't know. I'm not revealing my picks. Well, this one I will. I'm going to take Philly only because I don't think they can hang. I don't think Seattle can hang. So I'm taking Philly. It's a toss-up game. Sunday's games, Carolina at Tampa Bay. Again, that's a toss-up game. Both teams pretty much suck. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh is going to be a awesome game. I would take Pittsburgh, Brian. Atlanta at Houston. I just, like I said yesterday, TJ Yates as a third string quarterback just does not look like it's going to happen. So I would take Atlanta if I were you, Brian. New York Jets at Washington. Jets are sucking lately. They look like shit, but so does Washington. It's a toss-up. Indy at New England. Definitely New England. Oakland at Miami. I think Oakland's got what it takes to beat Miami. Denver at Minnesota. Definitely Denver. Tennessee at Buffalo. That's kind of a toss-up. I don't know who to take on that one. Kansas City at Chicago. Definitely Chicago. KC's looking like shit. Baltimore at Cleveland. That's a tough one too. Cleveland, I could see upsetting Baltimore, and Baltimore is very mediocre. I've been saying this forever. Dallas at Arizona. I would take Arizona. Tony Romo is just not looking good this year. Green Bay at the Giants. I'm taking Green Bay. I will say myself, I myself taking this. Not because I'm a Green Bay fan, but Giants just look like shit Monday night. I think Green Bay is going to be 12-0. The only thing that scares me are past games with New York upsetting Green Bay. But luckily there isn't too many of those. St. Louis at San Francisco. Definitely San Francisco. Detroit at New Orleans. This is going to be a pretty good game. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Ndamukong Suh's suspension. He's appealing it today. Personally, I hope they add 3 games to the 2 they've already given him. I think that would be poetic justice. Ain't gonna happen. Be nice though. And San Diego, Jacksonville. I don't see San Diego winning this, even with Jackson being as shitty as they built, or Jacksonville being as shitty as they are. And I'll tell you why. Jacksonville just fired, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars fired Jack Del Rio, and he's selling the team to a friend of his, or at least he's going to try. The other 31 owners have to approve. I don't know too much about that myself, but I see him getting fired up. I really do. And San Diego just sucks. So anyways, that's this week's games. I hope I can help you as much as I can, Brian. Let's see here. I mentioned the Thursday games. I need picks in. Saturday, we're switching from AT&T, which sucks, to Cox. I'm hoping that I have a faster upload speed and just overall faster internet after Saturday. So if I'm not updating games like I usually do on Sunday, It's only because we don't have internet. We probably will have internet by then, though. I don't know if I'll have a laptop or not, but we'll see. And then yesterday I was talking about this vote. This vote is just to see if you guys want to keep the extra point for the winner. Stagger Lee was the one that brought it up to me at the beginning of the season, and I thought it was a good idea. He says that kind of doesn't make sense now, and I kind of tend to agree with him. However, I just figured I'd put it to a vote. It's the fairest thing to do, rather than me playing the role of Roger Goodell and saying, okay, no extra point, fuck you guys. There's 14 players right now, 5 are not voting. I myself am not voting. Unless it's a tiebreaker, I will vote. Only because I'm running this thing. I gave Lilly Johnson the option of voting or not. She was with us from the start, but she skipped 2 weeks. She's abstaining herself, she says. UrRuSSiAnBaDBoy joined a couple weeks ago. Ryan Pankotai joined week 5, so he can't vote. And Brian Walters cannot vote. Basically, anybody that started from week 1 on will vote, or has a chance to vote. There are 9 people, and those people are Tim Harper, Zakk Kush, my nephew Nick, Amazement724, Wm Starr, Brian Resudek, Stagger Lee, Jake317 Kid, and Kitty. Kitty's already made her vote. I'm not going to announce it just yet, but if you're watching these videos, I need you to vote, because basically, if the only vote I get is from Kitty, who voted, that's who decides it. So your vote will matter. You have to get me in these votes anyway. How? bartenderofyourdreams at gmail.com, Facebook, YouTube, inbox me, and I will reveal the results next week, and that'll be it. It's the fairest thing to do. If you don't like the results and you drop out, well, shit happens, man. You know, this is battle of the best. So, people come, people go. I hope nobody leaves because of it, regardless of the vote. But it is what it is. To me, that's the fairest. You guys are participating in this as much as I am, as much as Kitty is, as Stagger is, as Nick is, as Tim is, as Zakk is. Everybody has to come together collectively. And like I said, this is the fairest thing. So, anyways, I'm going to end this and upload it and get it edited and processed and everything. And hopefully it'll be on Facebook in a few hours. So, good luck, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Okay, I almost forgot picks for week 13. Only 2 people sent me their picks. Lilly Johnson is taking Seattle, Oakland, Buffalo, Chicago, Minnesota, New York Jets, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, New England, Baltimore, Arizona, Green Bay, San Francisco, New Orleans, and San Diego. Zakk Kush is taking Washington, Kansas City, Houston, Denver, Tampa Bay, New England, Tennessee, Miami, Baltimore, Green Bay, Dallas, San Francisco, New Orleans, and San Diego. And Brian Walters had his picks up last night in a picture, but he's not. Brian, being Brian, isn't sure who to take. So I'm not going to read them. You know, why bother? When he gets done with them, I'll post them. So, later.